Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I have something I'm going to share with y'all. It's important that you watch. So I'm just going to go ahead and play it, and y'all are going to be so surprised. Well, probably not, because we already know they do shady stuff, right? So I'm going to share my screen, and let's listen to what these people have to say.
Okay, guys, we got some new alleged reports coming out of North Carolina and Tennessee. And since the mainstream news is not covering this, we definitely have to go with alleged reports. This is all alleged, but this is new news and it's extremely important, so pay attention. Not only do we have the complete devastation in the homeless issue, people are without homes, they are without power, but now they are getting sick. Apparently, there is a nuclear fuel station about an hour and a half outside of Asheville. Now, originally, they had said that there were training barrels that had got washed away into the river, into the water. However, they are now allegedly stating that these were not training barrels. And it was actually a semi full of nuclear fuel that got buried 10 to 20 feet under the mud. So they have verified that this truck is in the water, in the mud, with all of these barrels of fuel. Now, that is not to say that is what is making people sick. However, it could definitely be contributing to it. You've got sewers that have ruptured. You've got just dead animals, dead bodies, and everything is contaminated. So allegedly, there is about 60 people up on the mountain right now that are sick with something that they just don't know what they're sick with. A man that brought 10 cadaver dogs to the Carolinas now has 4 dead dogs and 6 actively dying. The horses that were brought out of the river, they were also very sick. And so they started doing blood work on these animals and finding out that they have all kinds of stuff in their blood. They are very sick. So not only are we dealing with complete devastation, now we are dealing with contamination that is making the animals and the people sick, allegedly. So I needed to get this out to you. We need to spread this far and wide. Stay out of the mud. If you can stay out of the mud, stay out of the mud. Stay away from the water. It is contaminated. Yeah, I guess that's it for now, guys. And as I progress with this story, I will update you guys. Stay safe. Godspeed. Talk to you soon.
There is something going on with North Carolina. They have everybody distracted on everything else, but there's something going down.
It has been unlike any other deployment we've ever been on, absolutely unprecedented. Number one, because a hurricane in Appalachia is unexpected, right? The topography was already challenging.
There are people with boots on the ground that are saying something totally opposite than what the media is telling everyone. This is nothing new, but there's something different this time.
It's the only one I've ever worked that the federal government is actively working against recovery.
Do not mistake this as fear-mongering. We have to spread awareness so that people can prepare.
It tells me they've got something to hide. And I believe that they do have something to hide because we're already getting reports, firsthand reports of cadaver dogs that are dying.
And now with all these going up?
Was building, well, allegedly FEMA, we're not sure who's building these things, but let me just show you. You can see these pictures above my head, tornado shelters. These are located in North Carolina. They were sent to me by residents. Apparently they are blocked off now. You cannot see these anymore because of a protective fence. Yeah. I'm wondering, what is this? Is this something that you guys have seen cropping up? I'm talking to everyone in America. Have you guys seen similar shelters like this?
Mainstream media is done. We are the news now. I am here to anchor love and light, but also spread awareness. And this needs to be shared.
And it's a camp that popped up in a matter of days. We actually stopped by some of the locals that live around here, and we were asking them about it, and they said it's FEMA camp and it's being leased. It's property that belongs to a trucking company, they thought. It's owned by the Smoky Park LLC. I'm going to flip the camera around here in a minute, but it's got armed guards.
This is what we do next. We gather as a people. We do not rely on all of these agencies. We're done with them. It is us now. And this is precisely what we do.
Been flying, obviously, the entire week, flying into affected communities. And my son and I were the first planes into 2 different communities this week. And seeing the smiles and the hope that these supplies bring to those communities is truly amazing. If you guys see this side of it, you see the donation side of it, I wish you could see the people that we're actually donating the supplies to. It is truly amazing. And these are communities that are completely cut off. Some have been completely wiped out. We had people coming out of the airport helping us unload stuff and take it directly to the people in need.
Still yet, another major story and theory is that in the aftermath, the government wants to take the land away from the owners to control those mountain areas because they have large deposits of lithium, the largest in the country, perhaps the world, and other minerals necessary to make electric car batteries and weapon systems. The problem with that is that the government must have justifiable reasons to take private property. Even if they invoke eminent domain, the owners must be adequately compensated. But of interest, Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, is a shareholder along with BlackRock in lithium mining, and he applied for a lithium mining permit on September 24th. Think about that for a second. Applied for a lithium mining permit on September 24th. Think about that for a second.
I pay her taxes. I have every right to speak about.
Well, isn't that just a whole crock of crap? I was floored when I seen that, y'all. Just floored. I'm gonna play one more video, and this is yours truly, Mr. Perv himself. They need to stop bringing up these old presidents because they have no validation in our country anymore after the things they've done. This is, y'all know who he is. He is the former president from years ago. And yeah, he likes to have things done under desks to him by his what do you call those people? Not trainees, but they're volunteers or what, I don't know what they are. But not only that, you know, him and his wife were the biggest drug dealers out of forgot what state, Arkansas. Well, I think it was Arkansas. Yeah, a lot of children went missing too. Did y'all know that? Yeah. One of them was seen at the White House, but that's just allegedly. So yeah, let's see what old let's see what this old man has to say. I started it about a minute in because I didn't want to hear the clapping of him coming on the stage. So let's see what he has to say.
Vote in higher rates than they normally do and win in the East. And I got really tickled when the Republicans noticed Donald Trump was in Georgia with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And look, she's just being true to her master. But she said it was so unfair that the storm, Helene, hit Western North Carolina because they usually hit Eastern North Carolina. In other words, it's fair if the terrible tragedy hits the Democratic areas and unfair if it hits the Republican areas. And then she said the deep state did it. Did you see that? The deep state did it. Their definition of the deep state is anybody doesn't do what they want them to, which would include you and me. So I said, well, I agree with Bill Maher. Anybody can control the weather. We want them to be president. If Kamala Harris's dark network can control the weather, she ought to, 75% of the people ought to vote for her. Sometimes you can't believe what they say. And I've been doing this a long time. And yeah, thank you. And I can honestly say that I'm somehow still at a loss for words when I see what the other guys are saying and doing. He calls us the enemy within. If you're not with them, that's who you are, the enemy. And he says that they might have to call out the army or at least the National Guard. And I guess Hillary and I made the list. So I want you to elect Kamala Harris because I don't want her coming after me in my old age. But I'll tell you what, I've already got a plan. But we're all laughing, but he will do this. He will do this. Did you read that 2025 book? The other day, Donald Trump had a telephone call, big Zoom call with a very conservative Christian group. And he said, and he acknowledged this, by the way, you got to take stuff. He said, you have to come out and vote for me one more time if we're going to make America great again. But if you do vote for me one more time, you will never have to vote again because by next time I'll have it rigged so we win regardless. I didn't say that. He did. And meanwhile, I've been preparing this petition because if he were to beat us, and then he decides, because the Supreme Court, has reached another shameful decision saying whatever he thinks is all right, he's immune from prosecution. You can break any law you want as long as you believe that it's necessary to uphold your oath to protect and defend the enemies, America against its enemies, foreign and domestic. So I just know he's going to wake up one day in a bad humor, and say, God, you realize what a threat Bill Clinton is? And Hillary too. So maybe we should send him to the Colorado Supermax. So I prepared this petition saying,
the only threat that him and his wife are to the children. Okay. They are a threat. And he's right about that. And as far as Donald Trump, look, I believe that they're both different sides of the same coin. We know who they both serve. However, these people you see on the screen want us dead, as you can tell. Trump's team want their slaves alive. So which one are you going to choose? Surely the one that wants us alive. We are in the world that we're in. You just have to pick and choose who you want to lead you. The ones that want to kill you and take everything you have and you will be happy, or the one that wants everyone to prosper to a degree, but live their life, which is the Trump side. So you just have to pick which side you want to be on. Does it matter if you vote? I think we all know it doesn't matter, but they're getting their slaves to go and do what they want anyway. It makes no difference. Who's going to be in office who's going to be in office, I believe. So these people are the ones that are hurting the little ones. Y'all know that. I'm going to come out. I'm not going to play this whole speech. It's like, I don't know, 30 something minutes long. But I'm going to come back on either. I'm going to try and get it done today, either today or tomorrow. And I'm going to show you that hurricane. I'm going to show you something y'all, nobody has seen, nobody's talked about, nobody has brought it up. And I was waiting to see if anybody would connect the dots. But I'm going to show you something, and it's more. Well, I'll just wait and show you. I showed snaps, and he was like tripping. So, and he's doing good. He can't go live right now. Y'all know that. He got dinged on his channel. They took it down. So y'all go sub to his new channel. It's just called Crew, Krew. And well, do you guys have his link to his new channel? I'm not sure. I will. Well, anyway, it's Krew. And I text him that I was going to go live with this, and I didn't receive a text back. So he wasn't doing too well. Y'all can send him prayers. He wasn't feeling well, and he's also taking Vlad's death extremely hard because they were very, very close. They talked probably daily, and he's taking it as hard as Kitty and the family. So send prayers to all of them. And I have been talking to them. They're doing okay as expected. You know, when you lose someone you love, things aren't all that easy. And so send them your prayers. And hopefully when I go live again, he'll come up and say a few words. We all like when Snaps gets up here and talks to us. And he just has that voice. I wish his channel would stop getting taken down. I wish he would, grow it and grow it and grow it, because the things he talks about, he really gets things out there. So prayers to all of them. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to try and come back today, you guys, because this other information I want to give you is quite telling. I've lost two very close people to me this year alone. Oh, the real truth. I'm so sorry. Yeah, well, I try myself. I try to, I miss my Charlie, but I try to always keep in mind that, I know I'm going to see him again. I have a strong faith that I'm going to see him again. And I know that when we're born into this world, we're born into death. And we were never supposed to be here. But when we die of this world, we actually live. So, and I really believe that. I just know that we live. So as long as I can keep that with me, I know that I'm going to see my Charlie again. And that's, and that they're living a better life. They're living the true life that we're supposed to have. So I try and keep that with me. And that makes me feel better, because one thing the Father gave me understanding is that we're going to find that when people come to the faith and they're so young in their belief, that he's going to be taking them out. That's why I did a video and said that if your children are taken out of this world and you're screaming and crying, but they just accepted God, they just started to believe, praise the Father, because their faith is so weak. They're not going to be able to withstand what's coming. He says not one of his will be lost, because he's going to take them out when they're new in understanding, and new in their belief of him. Because if he doesn't take them, then they're not going to be able to withstand what's coming. And so that was the understanding that I got. So maybe that makes some of you feel better. I don't know, but I mean, it does make me feel better. And that's why I believe my Charlie was taken as quickly, because they said I had 2 years. 5 months he was gone. It was totally unexpected. So, and I believe that the Father took him home because his faith would not have been strong enough for what's coming. So I want to come back. I want to try and hurry up and get this video done, y'all, because it is quite telling. And it's just, as Snappy Snap says, the optics are high. So y'all have a great rest of your day, and look for my video coming up. And y'all take care and stay out of that mud. If you're anywhere near there, stay out of that mud. Y'all, all them people, all those people helping that are walking through that mud. My gosh. My gosh. All right. Pray for all of them. All right, y'all. Love you. Take care. And we will see you soon with a new video and a different take on this whole storm. And you're going to be surprised. All right. Love y'all. Be safe. Bye.